Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi to all. So in this video, I would like to talk about chapter 1, matter. So in chapter 1, there are 3 subtopics which are atoms and molecules, empirical and molecular formula, and the last part is stoichiometry. Okay, so in this video, I will cover atoms and molecules. So at the end of this video, you are able to write isotopic notation, interpret mass spectrum, and then you will be able to calculate average relative mass, okay, from abundances and the data come from mass spectrometer. Okay, so first part, so what is subatomic particles? Okay, so an atom is made up from subatomic particle, so which are proton, electron, and also neutron. So proton and neutron are in the middle. So we call that one as nucleus. So inside nucleus we have proton and also neutron. So electron will be circulating nucleus. So electron will be outside. Okay. So number of proton. So definition of number of proton is the number of proton of an atom nucleus. So number of proton also known as atomic number. The symbol is capital Z. So number of proton will be provided in exam. Okay. Next is number of nucleon. So number of nucleon also known as mass number. Okay, nucleon number is a combination of proton plus neutron number. Okay, so why mass of an atom is determined by nucleon? Okay, which is a combination of proton and neutron. Because mass of an atom is determined by nucleus. Okay, mass of any atom is determined by nucleus because mass of electron is negligible. Okay, nilai mass of electron is very small, so we neglect the value. For example, okay, maksud dia adalah, contoh katakanlah berat kita adalah 50.0001 kilogram. So kita tak sebut berat kita 50.0001 kilogram. 0.0001 kilogram tu nilai terlampau kecil. So kita neglect kan, kita abaikan nilai itu. So kita hanya sebut 50 gram sahaja. Okay, sama dengan kes di sini. Okay, so berat suatu atom dia hanya determined by nucleus. So dalam nucleus ada proton dan neutron. So berat elektron tu terlampau ringan, so kita neglect the mass. Okay, so the symbol for number of nucleon is capital A. So the definition of number of nucleon is total number of proton and neutron in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, so next part is definition of isotopes. So there are 2 definitions of isotope. Okay, the first one is 2 or more atoms of an element that have the same number of proton but different number of nucleon. If the question asks you to define isotope in terms of subatomic particles, okay, if the question clearly mention define isotope in terms of subatomic particles, so the definition would be the same, but the difference is 2 or more atoms of an element that have same number of protons but different number of neutron. Okay, just now we discussed about subatomic particle. Subatomic particle consists of proton, electron and neutron. There is no nucleon. So bila soalan minta define isotope menggunakan subatomic particle, kita guna perkataan neutron lah. But if the question asks you to define isotope, okay, without additional instruction, so you can either use these 2 definition. Okay, so kalau soalan tu dia hanya cakap define isotope, okay, so boleh guna dua-dua lah. Okay, so this is an example of isotopic notation. Okay, so we have hydrogen, protium, and then deuterium and tritium. Okay, Okay, so this is example of isotopic notation. So in general, how to write isotopic notation? So here X, okay, or here H. So here is a symbol of an element. It could be hydrogen, carbon, silicon, sulfur, and so on. So A is nucleon number or number of nucleon. So nucleon number is equal to proton plus with neutron. Down here we have proton number. Okay, over here we will have charge. If your element has charge, so you need to write down the charge. If your element is neutral, no need to write down anything. So for example here, hydrogen is neutral, so no need to write down anything. So how to determine the charge? Okay, so electron is negative charge. So electron will carry negative charge while proton will carry positive charge. So if number of electron and number of proton are equal, so there is no charge for the atom. So the atom is neutral. Okay. If that atom receive or gain an electron, so kalau atom tu terima elektron, so number of electron akan increase. So okay, so number of electron will be increased. For example, initially we have 8 electron, 8 proton. So that one is neutral. So that atom receive 1 electron. So they receive 1 electron. So number of electron become 9. So proton stay still 8. So that atom will become negative charge. Okay, but bear in mind, proton number will never ever increase or decrease. So proton tak boleh berubah. Yang berubah hanyalah elektron, whether it's gain or whether it's donated. Okay. Okay, next is when that atom remove electron. So number of electron is decreasing. So for example, from 8 it becomes 7, 6. So proton is still 8. Okay, proton cannot be removed and cannot be gained. So this atom will become positive charge. Very easy to determine the charge. Okay, very easy to determine the charge. Kalau number of electron yang besar, so dapat negatif lah. Kalau number of proton yang besar, akan dapat positive charge lah. Apa charge yang form? Tolakkan sahaja. Okay, kalau number of electron yang besar, so dia akan form negatif. Kalau number of proton yang besar, dia akan form positive charge. So very easy to remember. Okay, so next part is example. So based on table 1, which of the following atoms are isotope? Okay, so isotope means that 2 or more atoms, same number of proton, different number of neutron or nucleon. So right here we have B and C, same number of proton. So B and C are isotope. So write the isotopic notation. So in the middle, you need to write down the element. Okay, down there, you need to write down proton number. Okay, so at the top, you need to write down nucleon number. So nucleon number is combination of proton and neutron. So you need to add on proton and neutron. So proton is 16, neutron is 16. So this one is 32. Proton is 16, neutron is 17. So this one is 33. So there is no charge. Okay, sebab dia tak ada bagi apa-apa additional information. Okay, so next part, Okay, so we have isotopic notation, so we need to fill in this table. Okay, so proton number is here, 8827. Okay, so neutron number, okay, you need to deduct nucleon. So here is nucleon. So nucleon minus with proton is neutron number. So 120. So 59 minus with 27. 32. Okay. Here we have mercury, so there is no charge at mercury. So number of proton and number of electron are the same. So no charge. It's neutral. Okay, so here there is no charge. So number of electron and number of proton are the same. So no charge, neutral. Okay, here we have 8 number of proton, but we have -2. So the charge is 2 negative. So negative means that number of electron is more than proton. Okay, berapa banyak dia lebih tu? 2 lah. So electron 10. Okay, so here we have charge for 3 positive. Okay, so proton dia akan lagi besar daripada electron. So berapa banyak dia besar tu? 3 lah by number of 3. So here we have 24. Electron mesti nombor dia kecil. Okay. Okay, so next part. Okay, so write down the isotopic notation. So notation for nuclide, same with isotopic notation. So we have A, B, C, and D. Then we write down proton number. Very easy to write down proton number. And then we need to calculate nucleon number. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 2 is 2, 7 plus 7 is 14. And then we need to determine whether the atom has, whether the atom is neutral or that atom is actually an ion. Okay, so proton and electron are the same, so this is an atom. So proton number 1, electron is 0. So this atom is actually an ion. So proton lagi besar number dia, so dia akan jadi plus. Jangan write down plus 1 ke 1 plus ke, jangan. Kita write down plus saja. So this is the universal way to write down charge. Macam H plus, mana ada kita tulis H1 plus, H plus 1, tak ada. So H plus saja. So jangan ubah that one. So H plus, Na plus. So that is the, everybody in this world we write down like that. So don't change that particular part. Okay, so number of proton and electron are the same. Okay, so number of electron is bigger than proton. Okay, so negative charge, so 3 minus. Okay, so the next part is determine subatomic particles. The question asks you to determine subatomic particles for the given atom. So we have cobalt. So subatomic particles mean we want to know proton number, we want to know how much electron, and we want to know neutron number. So as I said earlier, proton number is given or is provided in exam. Okay, so untuk cobalt ni kita boleh tengoklah proton number dia. So untuk cobalt ni kita boleh refer kepada table. So dalam exam, dia akan bagi table ni. So in this table we have symbol, we have proton number. So cari cobalt. So cobalt adalah 27. So proton number dia adalah 27. Okay, dia tak ada mention apa-apa, tak ada extra information. So electron pun 27 lah. Okay, here is actually nucleon number. Okay, so nak dapatkan neutron, kita kena tolakkan lah. 60 tolak 27, so 33. Okay, sama juga dengan example dekat bawah ni. Okay, you can do by yourself. So you need to find proton number. Okay, proton and electron will be the same because this is an atom, there is no charge. Okay, and then you need to deduct nuclear number with proton number. So you can find proton number here in this table. Okay, so phosphorus is 15. Okay, so proton number is next to the symbol. Okay, so this one is mass.